On today's episode, we're going to recap developing news from the IRS, including the announcement they will be granting penalty relief for an estimated 5 million tax filers, equaling around $1 billion starting next month. So we are going to take a look at who is going to see potential refunds and what to do if, in fact, you are eligible to receive one. Meanwhile, with the start of the next tax season less than 5 weeks away, we will take a look at the new IRS free e-filing system set to debut and what steps you may want to take to prepare yourself for the season ahead to avoid possible issues and delays. Starting off with developing news this week, as the IRS unexpectedly announced they would be giving relief to about 4.7 million people and businesses that it did not send automated collection reminders to during the pandemic. Starting in February 2022, the IRS suspended mailing those notices because of the pandemic, and the failure to pay penalties kept adding up for taxpayers who didn't pay their bills after receiving the initial notice that they owed. The IRS estimates that the penalty relief would average about $200 per return and would waive penalties for tax years 2020 and 2021, with a majority of those receiving relief making less than $100,000 a year. The relief applies to those that filed certain forms 1040, 1120, 1041, and 990T income tax returns with an assessed tax of less than $100,000, and that were either in the IRS collection notice process or were issued an initial balance due notice between February 5th, 2022 and December 7th, 2023. If you're eligible for this relief, there is nothing to do since it is automatic. If you already paid the penalty, the IRS will issue a refund or credit the payment to another outstanding tax balance if there is one. Now, the only way to check on that refund or credit is by checking your tax transcript and locating the 846 code in the case of a refund. Now it is important to note while the penalties are being waived, if the taxes are still owed, the balance will continue to be due. Starting in January, the IRS will issue notices out with an updated balance, methods to pay, or instructions on how to make payment arrangements. The IRS has also begun issuing refunds for individuals impacted by this, and through January for those business accounts. If you have further questions about this, it is advised for you to contact the IRS starting in late March. Now, with the start of the tax season right around the corner, we have a number of viewers beginning to explore options on how to file their tax returns in the upcoming year. With a number of you encountering issues over the past year, after using some of the major tax filing platforms, which in some cases resulted in refund holds by processor TPG, which is used by several of the major companies like TurboTax, there has been discussion about using other options for the 2024 tax filing season. In January, the IRS will be unveiling their new free e-file platform, and while there will be some limitations on who exactly could use it in the first year, this is something that has been discussed about. And it should be noted, processor TPG will not be responsible for issuing refunds from tax returns filed on the new platform, which could potentially avoid issues for a number of you in 2024. Now, during the first year, this new free e-file platform will be open to those tax filers with relatively simple returns. If you have earnings from W-2 income, Social Security income, and unemployment income, you will qualify to use the new platform, as well as if you had less than $1,500 of interest income to report. If you are claiming credits such as the Earned Income Tax Credit or Child Tax Credit, you will qualify along with those of you claiming student loan interest or educator expenses. So, a significant amount of taxpayers will qualify to use this platform, as we are seeing a push away from paying to file a tax return using one of the major online platforms. It also should be noted for those of you in Arizona, California, Massachusetts, and New York, you can also use this platform to file your state tax return, which could avoid the need to pay additional filing fees to several of these large tax processors. So this again will be the first year this platform is active, and we will definitely monitor how it goes over the course of the next several months, but it should be something to be considered especially for those who want to get away from paying to have to file their taxes. At this time, if you have self-employment income from a 1099 or other business income, to report this platform will not work for you. For more information about the platform, do make sure to visit the IRS website. Now, other steps you will want to take before the start of the tax season, if you have not done so already, is start by creating an account on the IRS website. Now, by having an IRS account, it will allow you to access your tax transcripts, which could help you identify possible issues that come up with the processing of your tax returns, such as refund freezes, tax examinations, and even audits. You will also be able to see when the IRS sends you a notice in the mail, and you can even sign up to receive certain notices electronically, in addition to making any tax payments or setting up payment plans for balances owed to the IRS. If you have not done so already, do make sure to have valid photo identification ready, as you must now complete ID verification to create an IRS account online. Also, if you moved at any point over the past year, make sure to update your address using IRS Form 8822, and this form can also be used for any name changes. As a reminder, do not attach this form to your tax returns, but submit it to the IRS separately. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.